Come out, speak out. The topic today is value.
Yeah.
And we were speaking about value before, and Mr. What's it called? Mr. Double portion. He believes his value is in his abyss, his ocean, his void of. What color is this? Your ocean? Is it pink? Is it blue?
Colorless.
Colorless ocean. Tell me more. Okay, what's the value of a colorless ocean? We're
Because-
speaking about value.
Yeah, because you can make it whatsoever you want or you wish. You see, the whole idea of having value is subjective, meaning your value is different from mine. So if I give my ocean a color, that means I'm imparting my own value on someone else. So when they
True.
come in, they choose their own value. They choose the way they want us to love in your, let's use your phrase, love. The way they want us to relate, the way they want us to discuss, the way they want us to be. So basically, it's an equal playing field for everyone coming in. You understand? I meet you, I am aware of my own limitations. And because I'm aware of my own limitations and I'm aware of my own unconscious bias, I'm kind of receptive to everyone because everyone I have met, either consciously or subconsciously, hold a bias. And in that bias, we are talking about morality here. When we are talking about bias, we are talking about things either we grew up knowing or things we were made to know from childhood, and or places we've been or people we've interacted with in the past. So imagine coming in and meeting someone and you find yourself at a point where the person is trying to make you metamorphose into something they already want in their mind, rather than allowing you be yourself.
Be yourself, I agree.
And develop yourself.
I agree.
That's where value, I think,
Comes in.
value comes in. You have to understand that your value, even though it's good to you, might not be superior to that
True
of
to
the other
others.
person.
Yeah.
You should learn to respect, you should learn to understand equality, and understand that in as much as I trust my own value, I should also look for people who like values so we can flock together.
That makes.
You understand?
that makes
Because
sense.
rather than trying to change somebody else's value that is not willing to change, it becomes manipulative.
Yes.
And you don't want to manipulate people into loving you.
Your love is manipulation.
Not really. It depends on the
Haven't
kind of
you
love.
watched all the movies? You have to manipulate the other person. For example, in my opposite, I don't believe in equality. Why? Because, for example, people look for the best, so there's no equality. Once someone's looking for the best, there can never be equality. We live in a world of hierarchy,
Okay.
so equality doesn't make sense. I am Christian, raised in a Muslim household. Equality, we worship otherworldly being, our creator, and the creator makes us know we are equal in the creator's eyes, but among ourselves we are not. For example, there's rich and the poor, there's light skin, there's dark skin, there's tall and short, there's plump and there's, in our country, there's flat, there's orobo, lepa and orobo. You understand that? So some people like plumpiness, some people like to squeeze. My biology teacher told me, if you're skinny, don't find someone skinny, because two skinny people starts a fire. You should be like marshmallow. Find marshmallow, put the stick inside the marshmallow, then it cooks well over the fire. And that makes me think like everyone has their own point of view. Like you said, love. I'm very skeptical about love. Why? Because when I was a child, there was a dinosaur. His name was Barney. And he had this song, I love you, you love me. I don't hear that song anymore. And then I look at the world. Where is Barney? They canceled Barney. What happened to Barney? What happened to love? Because love comes with a price. I used to think there was unconditional love, but that doesn't exist. Because for you to even love, there's a condition. You have to be alive. Two, you have to be mentally stable to understand what love is, depending on which demographic you are. You said unconscious bias. Which child doesn't have an unconscious bias? It's impossible to not have an unconscious bias. So it is a really, I like how you're explaining it, but because people are coming from different points of view, they may not land well in your ocean of love. Some people may come with canoe, some people may come with 4x4 Jeep, some people may come with plane, some Elon Musk, some people may come from Mars, rocket ship. So what's the best place to come into, for example, your abyss of love? What's the best entrance? Because everyone's going to come from their own lane. Like you said, value is different, so they are all coming from different lanes. So how do we land on the same? Because I don't believe that everybody needs to compromise on their values, because you need to know where the person is coming from. then understand, okay, this is where they choose to go to. Are you going to assist them, or are you just going to let them go? And I don't believe we should be holding each other down, holding each other back. Because when you get to where you want to go to, then you would look back and see who is near you to hopefully settle down or make your next move.
Okay. You've really said a lot there, and I would like try to unpack it one after the other.
You did say love.
Yeah.
Love, ocean of love, equality,
unconscious bias.
but yeah, that's a lot, you know.
Yeah. So I'm trying to unpack. You don't believe in equality, and I understand why people say they don't believe in equality, because they see equality like measurements. No, when we talk about equality, we mean equal representation. We're not talking of equality as in size.
Explain equal representation.
For example, if you have something to give to 2 people, or 3 people, or 4 persons, you are not discriminating on anybody based on gender, culture, religion.
You are. You have to give one person first. Yes, there's discrimination there. I'm just letting you know, but continue.
Yeah.
Continue.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, you see.
Somebody has to start first. You have to call, like if, for example, you're an employer, you're a recruiter, you are supposed to call people for a job position. You must start from one of the lists. Is that you're starting with the names or the numbers or the applications?
Or the value.
Or somebody must, or the way you see it. So there must be a yardstick. So that's where your value comes in. What's your driving force as a person? That's why we all have values, we all have our biases. But what's your driving force? Are you driven by nepotism? Are you driven by ignorance? Or are you driven by knowledge? Okay, this is what I have to do. I have to be fair to everyone. Then you make your conscious decision. Yes, you have to pick. Like if you come in here, you could have interviewed 1,000,001 persons. Why me? You understand? It's a choice. We all make choices. Choices does not mean the birth of inequality. No, choices only mean that for things to go orderly, then something has to go one after the other. Like things have to be done orderly. So it's not against equality, but it's for order in mankind.
When you say that, you say equality. Do you know what comes to my mind when you say order? Responsibility.
Yeah, that's what I was going to. Yes.
Before equality.
Of course. For example, before like what I was saying about recruiter calling, your CV determines, or your application determines if you'll be called for the interview. And the application might be the process in which a recruiter might decide to say, okay, this one scored high during the application review. So I'm calling this person first. This one scored second first. I need 10 people. So I'm going to call this old. I need 20 people to do my search. Out of the 20, I'll pick the best 10. You understand? There is a reason why the person started to call this number first. So that's why I say you have to be conscious of your bias.